Susan's in. Hello, Susan. Oh, hello, Carol. Oh, everybody's in. Colleagues, hello. Susan, it's lovely to see you. My goodness me. We've just had a very, very intense digital office hour. So apologies for colleagues that only joined us for this one. We've had a very, very powerful digital office hours that sort of changed my life, really. Megan, I feel like a different person. I don't know about you.
That was amazing. Absolutely fantastic. So thanks, Tara, for facilitating that.
Oh, that was astounding. But colleagues, we're now in for the fun time. So welcome to Right Club. And I will state what I always state. What is the first rule of Right Club?
Writing.
Say, Kylie, say, I can't move without you. Thank you, Carl. So poor Carol's going, what just happened? What just happened? It's lovely to see you all, colleagues. So team, let's go for this. Let's go hard. Paul once more is using us as a sociological experiment. He will be recording. So we'll have to watch it on the watch back to see what he does in his shed. So just so you know, his wife has now put Paul in a shed to do his recording in the middle of the night. That's the nature of the patriarchy. Enjoy the shed, Paul. Good luck. And colleagues, let's work hard. Let's change the world. See you in 29 minutes. Come on, let's do this. Come on, Carol. last minute, colleagues. And we are finished, colleagues. Ooh. Ooh. How are we going? Well, and obviously I'm going to go straight to Carol because that was a hell of a response. Like, ooh, what happened, Carol? Good morning. Oh, can we hear you, sweetness? Try demuting again, beautiful Carol. Hello? Can anyone hear Carol or is it just me? Carol, say hi. Oh, no. Carol, we'll come back to you because I really want to know what that was about. That was a face I'm going to carry with me going forward in my life. So, Carol, we've got to sort your sound out because I want to hear. Can we go to our favourite lifestyle programmer? Can we go to Kirsty? Kirsty, you were quite involved in that conversation. What's happening, mate? What'd you write on?
Yeah, I was just so I finished my youth survey part of my data, and yes, I've downloaded it from Qualtrics, put it into SBS. I was coding it all, and I was just looking at all the results, and I just find it all very fascinating, as you would. So yeah. So it's almost the youth are thinking completely different to leading climate communicators at the moment. So it's going to give me a lot to write about.
So again, what a beautiful embodiment of the surprises of research, Kirsty.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's made my morning. You're amazing.
Thank you.
We'll check in as Jen just caffeined up. Jenny, what were you writing on, my queen?
Okay, I just was adjusting my overview and abstract for my research proposal. It's due in next month. I'd got some feedback from one of my co-supervisors. And just as you went 1 minute, it was like, oh, there's just one more thing to look at. So I'm kind of happy because after this, I've got a meeting with one of our gorgeous librarians who's going to hold my hand and make sure that my referencing's correct and a bit around Zotero. And yeah, happy celebrating with my caffeine intake. So thank you.
That is tremendous, Jen. Well done. Congratulations. You are a rock star. Kylie's that thrilled with you. I'm that thrilled with her. You rock. Shall we go to the legendary Joanna? How are you? Good morning, superstar. What fun and games were you writing on this morning, Joanna?
Hi, good morning. I was kind of going back and forth. I'm writing a section about queer futurity from Jose Esteban Munoz. Just trying to find a balance between talking about the antisocial thesis and then really focusing on the queer potential aspect.
See, I've been obsessed by you since you've joined Write Club. The notion of queer potential, I'm sure somebody's told you this, that phrase is incredibly important. A whole thing can go there, and queer potential, queer potentiality, that is just so exciting, mate. So you are doing brilliantly. Oh, we'll just keep checking in with you every week. Well done, my darling. Should we go to our favourite engineer colleagues? Let's go to Kylie, the queen in red. So what were you writing on, Kyle's?
Well, it's the never-ending saga of my latest article or my paper. I ran into my supervisor across campus Sunday and I said, oh, no, I don't want to push, but any last minute? And he said, oh, yeah, you wanted to upload it onto the journal, didn't you? And yeah, I'm going to do it tonight. So it's got your name on it if you want. Here's your last chance. Surprisingly, I got the next day. So there's not much, which is good. I thought it'd be really bad, but no, there's not much in there. So I'm just doing the last changes,
That is
finessing.
well. Firstly, congratulations. That is amazing.
Oh, don't congratulate me till it's uploaded.
I'm sort of proud of you. Can I say though, that was an amazing. Did anyone else have a sort of sharp intake of breath in terms of the research code of conduct there? So it's like it's going up. You want to do anything? You want to
manage up?
You and I tell you what, you are successful, Kylie. Oh, that's amazing. So congratulations. I really feel like some amazing work's happened in this space on that piece. So well done, you. Oh, and we'll go to the Queen of the Blue headphones, the beautiful Anastasia. What were you working on, darling?
Good morning, everyone, or good evening, maybe. I started doing my coding, so I was reading the scripts, the transcripts, and at the same time I was writing some, as my supervisors call it, cheat sheets for my participants, which is basically like a short text with demographics and some really helpful information about their previous feedback experiences that are striking to me.
Fantastic. And can I say, every week I see you now, you're looking a lot happier. So you must be feeling there's movement. You must be, so are you starting to see movement and connections?
Not really yet, but at least everyone keeps telling me that that's normal. So feeling, so if you feel that you are drowning, so that's normal at this stage. So yeah.
Oh, you're fabulous. We'll just stay with you through this, Anastasia. You're a legend.
Thank you.
And good morning, Tegan. How are you?
Oh, hi there. I'm good.
Tell us a little bit about what you're writing on. I'm so excited to see you. Good morning. What are you writing on during that half an hour?
Well, I'm 5.5 years into this PhD now, and I got a couple of drafts to kind of 60% in January, and then had to go back to work for 6 months. So I've just reopened where I got to at my 60% and
Wow.
trying to make sense of, like, there's plenty of improvements already obvious. So good to get back on the pony.
Oh, that's amazing. And are we in the final push zone, do you think? Are we now, this is it, we're digging in, we're getting this thing through?
Yeah, that's right. I've negotiated 6 to 12 months free from external funding pursuit. So if it doesn't get finished in this little window, it's well and truly adrift. So yeah, this is the focused era.
Well, Tegan, my darling, let's walk with you. Let's walk with you through this, and let's have a time. All right, let's enjoy it. You're lovely, and thank you for joining us, my darling.
Nice to be here.
Exciting. And there's my mate. Talk about probably the most successful member of Write Club. I think he's beaten Paul and I on publications by a wide margin at this point. Oh, famous one, Damien. What were you writing on? Which particular article are we at? Number 9, number 10? What particular article, Damien?
Oh, nothing so exciting. My chapter on development commissioning has been going through I'm doing that thing where I'm bringing together queer screen studies and television industry studies, and I keep going too far down one and too far down the other and not bringing them together. So I did a step back and I wrote a chapter structure that, like, with everything that I've done so far in mind, to kind of recenter myself on actually both are important. And
yeah.
I think I'm coming to this argument for this chapter that it's about, how does queerness get a start in development commissioning processes? What are some of the ways they navigate it through? And then what's the impact at the end? And I think
that's good.
Help me stay on track to kind of structure it that way. We'll see.
Can I say that spoke to me immediately? I think that's brilliant. And also, Damien, you're doing really amazing work. I hope you're getting this feedback that you are transforming both queer studies and television studies. And the reason why you're going, too much, is because you're bringing them together and both are changing.
Yeah, it is the feedback I'm getting, and it feels good. It feels exciting. You
are just a dream. Oh, Joe, I feel so lucky I've met you this year, Damien. I don't tell you that enough. You are legendary. And the other red woman in our lives. The other red queen is Queen Megan, who's been busy. She's been what my father would describe as busy as a blue ass fly. So Megan, mate, what were you working on?
I'd be a red ass fly because red's my favorite color. Yes. I'm working again this week on the boring shit, which is all the
Technical
admin
phrase.
stuff. Yes, because I have a paper to write that I'm terribly excited about. So I'm wanting to push some of my admin stuff aside that has to be done. And this was a wonderful control to ensure that I had very clear parameters. I have half an hour and I'm doing it. So I just updated my supervision agreement based on our earlier conversations, and I took a lot of stuff out of that. So thank you to everyone who contributed to that amazing conversation. And I've actually put in Tara Brabazon's name as, like, if one of my supervisors leave, I would be asking Tara Brabazon to be one of my supervisors.
So
So
am I the super sub? Am I your super sub, Megan?
Yeah. Like, you're just second choice, Tara, you know.
Oh, no, that's good. I love being a super sub's brilliant.
But I just thought this is a perfect opportunity to formalize that rather than having awkward conversations afterwards. So I've written it up in a very nice way. Yeah.
Can I say, Megan, whenever you have conversations, it always sounds sort of a bit sexual when you do this. So it's like we are having a starting conversation now. We're getting all the parameters right to avoid the difficult conversations afterwards.
Oh, that's correct. Yes. Yes.
Oh, Megan, you're absolutely amazing. So you're handling, in some ways, that's also a good use of Write Club, to do the administrative work, to write the really yucky stuff in this half an hour and get it clear.
Absolutely. Well, you know where I live and what it looks like here. I can go and sit at Puppy's Point for hours and just sit there and write and watch the whales go by, which means that all of their admin stuff, who wants to do that stuff? So this is good for me.
Yeah, as you know, Jamie and I would live in Norfolk Island in a heartbeat. It was the most beautiful. Jamie going, okay. Look at Jamie going, why?
Jamie, there are 2 direct flights a week from Auckland now. Just saying, you know, how easy would that be? Yeah.
We're there. You're the best, Megan, and I'll be looking forward to reading bits and pieces of work with you through the weekend. Fantastic. Can we just do a quick check in to see if Carol is in Carol Sonic mode? Carol, can you talk to us? Oh no. Carol, because I'm obsessed, can you send me an email to just let me know how you've gone? Just so, because I'm so obsessed by I won't be able to sleep tonight unless you tell me. So if you can send me an email, I'd be appreciative. Carol, you're the best. Queen Nadika's in. Good morning, Nadika. It is so beautiful for me to see you again. What were you writing on, gorgeous one?
Good morning. After a long time. I'm starting some work on a book, writing a book with my previous student who work in government sector regarding the public administration theory and practice in Sri Lanka. So I started writing theoretical perspective today because around 1.5 months I suffer one of my eye infected and medication was allergy. Then I couldn't do anything. So around 1.5 months I was sick. Today only joined for the works. Yeah.
But that's fantastic. So we are working on a book. We're doing your book, are we, Nadika?
Yeah.
Well, we're so excited. Let us walk with you through that book. # no pressure, Damien. No pressure. As Paul said, it's not a competition. It's not competition. Good on you, Nadika. You are a blessing to us. And speaking of a blessing to us, Adrian is here. What would we do without Adrian? Adrian, legendary one. I'm always excited to hear what you're writing on. Tell me about it, mate.
Well, it's not so exciting actually. I've just doing some journaling and I did some artwork yesterday that I'm just kind of unpacking a bit more and yeah, it was good.
Oh, fantastic. So we're doing a little bit of reflection on that movement between the artifact and the exegesis, so that in-between space.
I can kind of show you my little scribble, if you can see it.
Wow.
So yeah, it's just scribble, writing. Yeah, it's happening slowly.
Well, can I say, as you know, I'm quite obsessed by that mode of doctorate. And if I was convincing you to submit a mitigating journal, even as an appendix, that document would be in that appendix.
Alrighty.
Hashtag no pressure. Oh, Adrian, you're an absolute blessing to us. And speaking of a blessing to us, should we go to the legendary Ian? Ian, we love you. Ian, what were you working on? Ian, oh, how glamorous are you looking today? Was that just a little bit of an outfit you put together there, Ian? You're looking very swish, mate.
I just threw this on.
Oh.
I'm well. It's lovely to see everybody. Yeah, unfortunately, I missed the digital office hours today because yeah, an awful lot has been going on. I did the interview for the University of Sheffield, which went well, but I wasn't selected for the job, which is fine. I did take took me a couple of days to sort of bounce back from that. But yeah, I've moved on to other things, and I'm currently working on updating an application that I'm doing for funding for a 3-year research project. The Swedish Council International Postdoctoral grant. Excellent. Yes. So I'm applying. I've already applied for it twice and been rejected twice. But one thing that they do is they give you amazing feedback, and they give individual feedback on your application. And so I've got two lots of feedback that I'm trying to work on and incorporate into a third application. I'm almost there, just almost there. I'm getting high assessments and high points. It just needs to be lifted up into the next sort of level. So yeah, I'm just working on trying to work out how to do that, and it's really difficult because it's an 8-page 3-year research proposal. It's so dense,
and every word matters.
Almost killed myself writing it, the first one, and it's really difficult to go in and revise it and change it without sort of undoing. Like it's so dense. It's very difficult, but that's what I'm working on.
But Ian, that's fantastic. So as Jamie and I always say to each other and to everybody else, we control what we can control, and we are with you writing these applications, moving forward. We all believe in you like we believe in ourselves, Ian. So you're not on your own, and we think you're bloody amazing. So let's keep these applications going, and let's bring this home, brother. All right?
Yes.
You're a legend, Ian.
Thanks,
I love you. You know it. And speaking of a legendary human being, Susan, good evening, Susan from New York, the legendary Susan. I feel so privileged whenever I see you. What would you like to share with us about what you were writing, Susan?
Hi, everybody. I feel privileged whenever I show up. So, I am still transcribing a thick pension document from the 1890s of a Black soldier, former slave, who fought in the Civil War. And he's now applying for his pension. He has disabilities, and I had an insight about how American disability systems work, because they work the same way then. He's 10 years trying to get his disability pension. It's amazing. And he was a POW. Anyway, that's what I was working on.
Well, can I say it sort of shames the rest of us, really. It's like, what are you doing with your day? Oh, I was going to use a bit of fly spray and get rid of some of the flies in my office. And then, I was going to say Paul, and then Susan is doing this incredible work. I mean, this is transformative, Susan. This is transformative, not only of our understanding of race and slavery and colonization, but also how disability is the marinade. I didn't know you were doing that work. That's amazing.
I didn't know I was doing it either, but this is what I discovered.
Oh, isn't that incredible? Absolutely incredible. Oh, you're amazing, Susan. Congratulations. I feel like you are improving the planet. Knowing you are improving the planet. You are unbelievable. And you saw Paul's face there. Paul feels exactly the same. Shall we find out what our favorite man in shed did during that 30 minutes? So what happened, Paul? Tell us, brother.
So I was writing another podcast, or recording another podcast lecture for my undergraduate students, and this one was looking at, so they're performing artists, and I was looking at how media intersects with performing arts, but mainly looking at citizen journalism. So citizen journalism, how the microblogging and YouTube and these different platforms have enabled an Instagram with photography enables citizens to become believable and truth, and looking at how that interacts with the performing arts.
Wow, that's unbelievable. And how did it go doing it in that intensity of a period, mate? Did it go all right?
Not too bad. Yeah, got quite a bit done. I'm probably about halfway through the lecture, so I'll probably finish that tomorrow. But yeah, and then I'll get it online for the students, and then it'll end in a seminar, so it's a flip session. But yeah, discussing media.
Paul, that's amazing. And Jamie, can you remind me to introduce Leanne McRae to Paul's work, because she's doing a lot of work on the transformations of citizenship through digitisation. So I don't know if I've formally ever introduced Paul to Leanne, but remind me to do that on the weekend. That's amazing. Thank you, Paul. Thank you.
Great.
Yeah. Love you, brother. Oh, amazing. Should we go to the legendary Liam, our other colleague that's joining us absolutely in the middle of the night? Liam, what were you writing on? I'm going to be fascinated with this. What were you writing on, brother?
Hello, everybody. And thanks for welcoming me to Write Club. I really enjoyed this last 29 minutes. 29 minutes of power. It's felt good. I submitted a 250-word abstract to a special edition of Frontiers in Sociology with my colleague Leah Komantaki at Keele University. And it's based on our teaching in the flipped classroom environment of teaching queer criminology. So criminology is quite late to the conversations around queer studies and understandings of queer. So we flipped it, when we were teaching master's students a few months ago, and we're writing on those experiences and those binaries of trauma-informed approaches versus criminalization and victimization, and how we work through these complex conversations, and how often students come to the classroom environment with lots of trauma information to process in that situation. So me and Leah are going to be spending the next few months working on that article. It's due in on the 31st of December, but the abstract's been accepted, so let's see where that goes. And we're going to be writing as well to the Sottle Scholarship as well of teaching and learning. So
is anybody else fun? I mean, how amazing is Liam? Again, I've been changed. Damien's gone, wow, that's a thing for me to think about. Unbelievable. Liam, brother, that's a book, mate. That's not just an article. That's a book, and a transformative book.
Yeah, we're trying to. So Leah is currently living in Crete, and she's dealing with her own experience of caring for family members, but also there's a massive climate crisis, climate emergency. So like the houses next to her are being like burnt down, the motorway is like on fire, like it's there's a double catastrophe there. Yeah. So yeah, we're currently working in extreme circumstances.
Yeah. Liam, mate, just do a conference paper, do an article a time, and let the book build up an article at a time. Once you hit 5, in, out, shake it all about. Polity would grab that with 2 hands, mate.
Fingers crossed. Thank you for this space as well. It's been really productive.
Oh, you're a legend. Please give my love to your wonderful co-author in multiple catastrophic times. She's phenomenal. And look, we'll go to your mate, shall we? The legendary Maeve. The Maeve and Liam show is famous now internationally, but Queen Maeve, what were you writing on during that period?
Well, you'll love this. It's a direct link to Liam. So, so Liam sent me a special document, and it has caused me to revise my thoughts about that I'm using for an application. And I realised I undersold myself. I haven't sent this one off yet. I realised I kind of undersold myself because Liam's view was so, sorry about that. That's the mowing guy decided to come on Friday and he's due on Thursday, but it was raining. And that's how come we don't normally have whippersnippering outside. Sorry about that.
Love it, mowing.
Yeah. So anyway, the thing is that I realised I was underselling myself in the way that I was using the words and the way that I thought. And then I did, as I told Tara and Jamie this week, and we discussed it a bit in the podcast, I found a new article that links, I don't know, 8 things I'm doing together. And it's groundbreaking to have that. It was published like 10 days ago, and Google Scholar offered it to me because the computers obviously know everything we've researched. So everything I've researched over the last while, the computer put that together and actually found me something better than I find through my other methods. So mind-blowing. And I was able already to get that, sorry about that, I'm able already to get that new scholarship I found this week into my new applications about my methodology. So I'm you know, my mind has been blown this week, and I'm soon going on a field trip, shall we say, to Sydney to research ideas.
That is fantastic. But can I say the nature of accelerated academic life, there it is, a gift, to use our beautiful Jenny's word, a gift has been presented and you've taken it. Absolutely amazing, mate. Oh, it's stunning. Do you want to say something, Jamie, or you're waving at your student?
No, I was just going to say relevance. I spent the Write Club writing the reference for Maeve's application.
See, Maeve, you've got these workers all over the world. So you've got Liam, you've got Manchester, you've got Palmerston North, you've got Darwin. You got us all working for you, girlfriend. We need to have more of what you're having, girl. Come on. May we all grow up to be Maeve. Maeve, you are amazing. And look, we will finish. I'm sorry, I tried to get round if I could to everybody, but of course we'll finish with the finish. And hang on, because Kylie and I wait every week for this update, because one week Kylie and I are going to lose our minds when Dina submits this thesis. I'm gonna lose my rag. I'm gonna lose my rag. So Dina, what happened, Dal? What did you do during Write Club?
Last week, I submitted my results section to my supervisor. As I mentioned, I was stuck because my supervisors advised me one particular framework, and then because the data shows otherwise, so I'm arguing to use another framework that shows my results. So I did submit it, and I'm happy because that's one of my most obstacle that I'm facing. If this goes well, I think everything will follow, so like the discussion. So hopefully, she said that she will have feedback early next week. So hopefully everything goes well. And I have been like binging on your YouTube, and one that stuck with me is the sock. So I'm currently rearranging my introduction section when you said that the examiner should not look everywhere to search for your sock, but it should be clear. So I'm making one sub chapter about the sock, so you can just see it and it's there. So it's everywhere, actually. It's in the objective, it's in the justification, but I decide to just have a subchapter of research, significance, originality, and contribution to knowledge, so they can just see it there. So thank you for that.
Dina, my job is to serve. Kylie, I tell you what, we're nearly home, Kylie. We're nearly home. This is big. This is big. Dina, we are your biggest fans. You know that. We're sort of slightly obsessed by you, as you might have worked out, Dina, but we're also incredibly proud of you. You are legendary. So colleagues, I thank you for an incredibly moving morning. Thank you to the colleagues in Write Club. It's just a fantastic experience. And, you know, every week I hear what Susan's doing, and it reframes what I'm thinking and what I am doing on the weekend and who I am as a human. But I thank every single one of you for what you're doing for the planet. You really are moving stuff forward. And I thank you for all of that. And I thank you for who you are. So have a lovely rest of your day. And wow, Write Club out. See you, team. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Tara. Bye, team.
Bye. See you, Kyle. See you, Kyle. Bye, Kyle.